Alright, before this video starts, I'm going to tell you, I will be testing 3 games in this video: Beat Saber, Pavlov, and Half-Life Alyx. In case you were just coming to this video to figure out if your card can run any one of those 3 games, that card being the RX 570 8GB model specifically, here are the timestamps below where each game starts. So if you just want to watch the testing for one specific game to see if you can run that game with an RX 570 8GB model, here are the timestamps below that you can click to, because I would rather not waste more time than I have to. Alright, for anybody who is still here, let's get into the video. Hey guys, what's up? So, this video is pretty simple. Can you run VR on an RX 580? Well, you might notice that something is missing from my set. Some of you will, some of you won't, and others of you will all of a sudden notice it's this. I don't know what I just said, but sure. This is an RX 580 2048 SP, also known as a rebranded 570. Yes, this is a China-only RX 580 2048 SP, which is actually just a 570 that they rebranded, slapped a new name on, and threw into the Chinese market. And it's frickin' adorable. So in this video, I'm going to be testing, can you run VR on an RX 570? The only difference between this card and the 580, besides, it's worse, is that this card lacked the VR Ready sticker on the box it came in. Now, I don't know if another one might have that sticker, but the 580 box that I have does say VR Ready. This one does not. So, I'm going to test in this video, as it is one of my most requested videos. I'm going to test, can you run VR in an RX 580? So, I basically have a test bench down here, if you could see it, and it's a, I'm going to install this first. What I'm running is a 3300X, 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is plenty, and the 3300X, despite being a quad core, is way more than enough for all these games. The maximum game requirement that is recommended is actually an i7 6700, and that's for Half-Life Alyx. So a 3300X, which has been known to perform similar to a 7700K, will be absolutely fine. Now, I'm not just going to install a 3300X and a 570 and try to record like that. That would be stupid. So, similar to last time I did a video like this, I will be adding a RTX 2060 KO. This card will not be doing any performance, will not be helping the other GPU in any way, other than all it's going to be doing is encoding the video from OBS. I'm going to use dedicated hardware encoding. NVIDIA's Turing encoding is the highest quality besides X264, and on a quad core, God forbid anyone tries to use X264. So we're going to use hardware encoding. Yes, I know what one person might be saying is, oh, is that going to impede the airflow of the 570? And to that I say, it doesn't matter, trust me. So we'll get that installed. That is only a 4x slot, but for encoding it should be absolutely fine. And here we go, we have our system. We're going to boot that up, and then we're just going to hop straight into the benchmarks. Try to make this video quicker than last time. Alright guys, so as usual, our first game on the list is Beat Saber. Now, I'm going to say this in advance. If this card cannot run Beat Saber, that is disappointing. And the video will be over right here, because this is the least demanding game we have. So, don't forget, we are looking for a 80 FPS average. We're looking for a permanent 80 FPS. So that is the goal, 80 FPS. If it drops below that, that's not good, because the refresh rate of the headset is 80, so the game is locked to 80 FPS. So we're going to play one song, and again, if it can't run this, that'll be sad, but I think it can. So let's move into Beat Saber.
Such a long time, and every time you die, we're going nothing but to think you try. For sure, take our place on all the highs. But now we keep making slowly song. It could be what our multi goes on. What's the recipe? I just don't know. I wanna know. Asking how do I got this again? How do we crack this again? How do I crack this again? I wanna know. How do I crack this again? an apple. Someone in town and I've got a bag full of different ores I collected down in the mine. Am I just wasting my time? That you may earn a no surprise. I can finally live my pixel eyes. I found it after 7,000 tries. Well, that's a recipe I didn't know. I need some friends out there that I can show. I'll look that bottle on my own. I'm on the road, learning. How do I come this again? How do I come this again? How do I come this again? I'm on the road. How do I grab this again? Now I'm a broken contuberant tongue about new carpets and dogs, or baking new pumpkin pies. But I know much more burning up the skies. Tripping on the tongue, catching little spies. Now all the news are thinking out my mind. How do I craft this again? I know. 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 There isn't anything that I don't know. With 6 restrictions from yourself alone. I'm the guy to take care of it all. You're asking, how do I craft this again? How do I craft this again? How do I craft this again?
That song is actual work. Like, it actually takes legitimate work effort to complete that song. It is over 1,000 swings. It's a lot of swings. It's more swings than a swing set. Alright. I'm just gonna say this now. I didn't have an FPS counter. It was smooth as butter. I like butter, and that was really good. So, RX 570, if you want to, I mean, here's the thing, if you get a budget 570, maybe $50, you have to, pay the extra money because you got to get a Rift with these things like 400. But if you can get one, and you just want to play some Beat Saber, which I can tell you, alone makes the headset worth it for me. Because I'm fat and I got to lose weight, and this thing helps. It's great. A great card. That's the point. Let's move on to the next game. Beat Saber, success. Alright guys, so our next game is going to be Pavlov VR, and this game, it might actually stump up the RX 570. Now, I don't know exactly what the minimum requirements / specs or recommended are for this game, but I believe they're around this territory, so I think this might be borderline. I don't know how Half-Life Alyx is going to be, but we're going to hop into an online session here and see how it performs. Whenever I record this game, I usually play the same map every single time, and that's primarily because this map is just the one that's the only one that's played that I can do online, and it works, so might as well not change. You got this. I'll be your spotter. It looks, oh, guy behind us. Nice shot, teammate.
Did I even?
Oh, I'm your teammate. That's cool. Real cool, dude. Sorry.
No. Oh, we lost. Yeah, you guys did.
Okay, by the way, anyone with a name tag above their head is on your team.
Yes.
No, don't do that. Name tags don't show up sometimes. Look at uniforms. If you're in red team, you have the darker uniform. If you're in blue team, you have the lighter uniform.
Okay, I will spend 20 minutes analyzing the color of the uniform.
That's how you do it in real life.
Alright, guys, nobody shoot. Everybody, we just gotta ask each other.
Pat him down.
Pat them down. If they have any weapons, shoot on sight. You're my teammate? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh, my bad.
Yo, hold on, my teammate.
Yep, my bad, my bad. Nice shot.
Thank you. See, uniforms is not hard. I don't know why they have such a trouble with it.
Don't you fucking blind fire. What a fucking loser.
Tell me.
Alright, reloading, 1 sec. Oh, I can't. Oh, I got to take it out in this gun. Dead. I'll keep him down. Ah, he's already dead. He was trash. You're not hitting. I hope you know that. Hey. Correct. No, we're really bad. We're having a problem.
Watch out.
I forgot I was recording. So, in terms of that game, well, here's the deal. As far as I can tell, in the game, there was no appreciable FPS loss, the quality was fine, and the game was extremely playable. So, at a bare minimum, it appears I could definitely play it fine. In terms of, was there any FPS drops, I won't actually know if there was any actual, like, anything below 80 FPS until I check the recording, which I'm not going to do and come back, but as far as I could tell, it was a smooth experience. I had fun with the game, chatting with my teammates, and killing everyone, because I'm the best. I'm always the best. I'm best at everything. But that's the point. So, Pavlov and Saber, I kind of expected. But the game that I have a feeling this card's going to have a lot of trouble with is the next one. And that's Half-Life Alyx, which is the game we're moving on to next. Your performance settings have been reverted to a recommended level. Okay. What is that recommended level? Low fidelity. Okay. I'm going to say it right now. The game has literally recommended low fidelity. So that's not really a good sign. But what we're going to do is hop on our normal test map where we tested the game on last time. So we're doing Overcharge, which is a custom map which I use for benchmarking this game. This way I can create a basically identical playthrough every time to get a fair test for my cards. And it's basically fun combat, maps, buildings, what you would get in the story mode, except in one small map in which I play through the beginning, and by then I can pretty much tell. This game, if there's any lag, it is very perceptible, to say the least. Like, even on my main PC, I had times where it was just chugging along. I'm trying to grab ammo, and my hand's just teleporting. It wasn't working. So, if there's lag, we'll know, and the RX 580 was just so borderline that I'm not really even sure about the 570. I don't know, but again, we're looking for a constant 80 FPS. Now, I'm going to tell you this in advance. If you have, like, a Valve Index, first of all, what the hell are you doing with a 570? Second of all, no, it's just not going to work. Okay, no immediate perception of, oh, moving my hand around, I can kind of see a little bit of lag. I mean, it could be the refresh rate, and it just looks a little chunky, but, oh, even grabbing the, oh, no. Okay, we'll hope that wasn't an indication. Maybe it's just the map loading. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That was kind of laggy at the start. When I first shot, it lagged. It's kind of chugging, I don't know. great. This is the part where I have to, like, really crouch. I hate these parts where it, like, makes you crouch. Oh, the lag. And it's such low quality. Last mag. Good, this guy had 2 mags on him. Perfect. Okay, that was laggy. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, guys. I mean, here's the thing. If you're buying this headset and then you plan on upgrading your card, you can get by playing maybe some custom maps. There are some way less, laggy custom maps that have less stuff like that. But the story mode, even low fidelity, you're gonna get screwed. This is below the recommended spec. It recommends a 580, not a 570. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. Obviously I want this card to work because it's such a nice card, and especially the one that I have being so extra nice because of how pretty and cool it looks and epic and gamery. But I cannot recommend this card. It really does not perform that well. Okay, I have enough to make my judgment here. Alright, here's the deal, guys. So, for the conclusion to this video, RX 570 for VR in general. Maybe. If you have like a Quest, and your PC happens to have a 570, and that's why you bought a Quest as opposed to an Oculus Rift S, which is a decent use case, and you maybe want to get some better stuff on Beat Saber, maybe you want to get custom apps and stuff that might not be available on the Android version or whatever, a 570, you can plug in that link cable, and a 570 will be able to run it. If you want to play like Half-Life Alyx, I cannot recommend it, and you're probably seeing the FPS, which is what's glitching all around the screen. It's probably not a good idea. Now, in terms of any other game, Pavlov, any game that has anything similar to Pavlov and Beat Saber in terms of graphical clarity and quality and stuff like that, you'll be fine with a 570. But again, it just chugs too much in Half-Life Alyx. Like I said, it is below the recommended spec, and there is no minimum spec for Half-Life Alyx. It's just the recommended. So, final judgment, Pavlov VR, Beat Saber, anything similar to it, I know like Job Simulator, Five Nights at Freddy's. I've had someone ask about that new VR game. Looks really cool. I'm not gonna play it because it's dumb and I don't like it because I don't like horror games. But you'd probably be fine with it on lower settings. Some things might chug because it looks like the game had pretty high graphical quality. But that's my judgment. That's my testing on this card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys kind of enjoyed. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.